A number of things were really important there. You kind of nodded to the fact that, like, you leave the meeting, you go back, and we're all in our own different departments. And if we're head of sales with a CRO, we've got most likely a quota short term over our head. We're the CMO, we're looking for long term sustainability of the business and the brand, which is a trust mark, and building that, as well as short pipeline development. If I'm the CPO, I'm looking at the product that I'm creating and what's going to do. And I'm listening to sales. They're saying, if we could just have this, we could just have this. Everybody has their own point of view. How do we bring it together? Because I know you've worked on solving alignment problems and not just identifying them, but give us the tips for if I'm the CEO or anybody in the C suite, how do we solve for this? How do we solve this challenge, this problem?
Oh, I'm going to share a couple of ideas, and I hope that we'll get some comments from the listeners here who might add to them. But one of the things that's super important, especially at the CEO level, is to treat the executive team like a team, not a collection of function heads. As soon as everybody comes to the table thinking specifically about their function versus thinking about it as a team and as a collective group trying to solve for the business problem, you end up with this misalignment problem. Treat the team like a team, not function heads. And as a team member, come to the table as a team member, not a function head. It doesn't mean that you don't have expertise in your function. You absolutely do. The team analogy plays out here. Everybody knows their role, but the best teams know how to interoperate together and what needs to happen as a collective. The second thing, Steve, that we recommend and we often help our companies implement are building management operating systems, not cadences of meetings. All too frequently, we'll go into the company and they'll say, well, we meet once a month and we have these weekly get togethers and so forth. That's interesting, but a well built system defines how priorities are set, how decisions are made, where accountability sits, and where leaders need to scale in order to drive the business forward. So think less about meeting cadence and more about operating systems. And then the third thing that is really interesting, and I'm super excited. I'm going on site to a client next week who has this exact problem. The leadership team is actually bringing in the extended leaders into this conversation. The real influence on how things get executed in the field and in different departments happens one or two levels down. So by embracing more than just the six or seven C-suite executives into conversations, but pulling in the expertise and the thinking of the extended leadership team can broaden and deepen alignment faster than almost anything else.